how do you get media passes? How do you get access? Who do I talk to? And a lot of people don't realize, like, you just got to ask. How important is it just to shoot your shot and be like, hey, this is what I do. I want to give you this. Can I come shoot for you? How important is it just to ask?
It is very important. I would say also to like a caveat to that is ask genuinely.
Yes.
Because
don't just be like, can I get a media pass?
Yes. Because if you're like that, imagine how many other people have also just sent the same type of message or email or text. You have to
stand out.
You have to be able to stand out, but also too, you have to show your enthusiasm. If they believe that you are truly jazzed to be there, there's a higher likelihood that you will be able to A, get in, B, get a lot better access than you should be allowed to, and C, be able to really develop relationships that you'll be able to go back to over time. And that's kind of like how I did. Like I was working at MLSC at the time, so full time, like you at NHL, so full time gig all day editing, right? One day I sat down and figured out, okay, there are 8 teams within an hour to an hour and a half drive from my house. So how many of those games can I get to, right? And then I just started figuring it, like looking at the calendar and seeing, okay,
there's a process to this.
There's a huge process.
If you want it, you got to really want it, and you got to work for it.
1,000%. And I was able to do that, but also too, like there were a couple games that I had technically signed up on the website, got there, they're like, your name's not here. But I'm like, well, I've got my camera gear, I've got my business cards, like I'm here to shoot the game. Can I still get in? And like, give us a second. There's a call, there's a phone call, there's a phone call. All right, we'll get you in today. Here's what you need to do. Next time you come back, this is the person you need to talk to.
Beautiful. So and now you have the route.
Exactly.
You never know until you ask.
1,000%.
And if they say no, there's another team somewhere else.
Yes. And also, once again, I did that for free. Like no one was paying me to go and do that. You
wanted it for the experience, the reps.
Exactly. And even like, was it 2022? I was able to like, this is when that started, like going to OHL games and stuff like that. I was able to go out to the championship semifinal and championship game of the Memorial Cup out in St. John, and I was able to reach out to.
You want to talk about places you won't see anyone like you?
Hey man,
that's St. John, baby,
hey.
out east.
Yes, indeed. Like thankfully, I had a few friends out there that I was able to like stay with.
It's just funny that we're talking about desolate Ontario communities with no people of color, and then we're like, oh, I went to St. John's to shoot hockey. Like, if you don't know where St. John's, and it is somewhere that way.
Yeah, 100%. And that was, I literally just sent out an email to the marketing director, like, hey, I saw that there's still like the media pass availability is still up on the website. Am I able to get down there? I will go. Like, you guys don't have to pay me. I just want to be able to have a pass to get out there and shoot. And thankfully, in that email, I was able to like, A, be polite, be respectful, offer value, and be enthusiastic about just being there, just getting to be there. And everything I shot, don't get me wrong, I don't think I've been that lucky in a very, very long time of just getting every single moment. And then as soon as I touched down for the semifinal game, my flight was delayed. I missed,
everything was going great until
I missed the first 2 periods of the semifinal game.
Holy.
But I was still able to find the marketing director, just to also, one thing that a lot of times people forget, go and shake someone's hand. It's very old school, I know.
But it's like just that face-to-face interaction.
Yes, just to have that face-to-face interaction.
And also, we're talking old school. I don't know about the person you met, but a lot of people in power and have influencing decisions are probably from an older crowd. Like,
yeah, you know,
just
what I mean?
Go and fucking give them a nice little
1,000% say, hey, nice little, how's it going, right? And I think that also
don't dap them up.
Yes, no, it depends on the crowd.
If I see Akim, I'm dapping him up, not shaking his hand. But if I see Joe Smith, it's a nice little
exactly. And I think that like as I was saying earlier, I was able to then get the access I was allowed to, but then also to be able to get on the ice. I was as we were talking about folks of color, I was the one person of color on the ice for the Memorial Cup.
Yeah.
Also, the one of 3 video people on the ice, and there was like another like 20 photographers.